Hey everyone, Kane here. Today we will be talking about artifacts. I know I have covered them in the previous video, however, a long time has passed and a few other features have been added to the game. Some of them may change the way you upgrade your artifacts, but it also may not. To me personally, I see two ways of how to upgrade them. The first one would be focusing your formation's health and attack stat bonuses, which is, I believe, what my previous video was all about. This to me is personally one of the better ways, as it will boost your army's damage and their health, making them stronger, beefier for both PvP and PvE content. But after some testing, the hero stats also do increase how your formation performs. For example, hero defense would reduce the damage taken by your army. Hero attack would increase the damage done by your army. Similar works for intelligence and knowledge, but those two are for hero spells. So what I mean by this is, if you need to boost your army, health and attack percent, as well as hero attack and defense bonuses through artifacts are the way to go. The second way is focusing magic damage percentage and intelligence through artifacts. Many people are still using Necropolis and also mage heroes for PvE content. Both hero intelligence and magic damage percent will increase the damage your hero would do to pretty much anything, would it be PvP or PvE content. I personally have about 500% spell damage, but I've seen quite a few people with over 600. Since I do not really use heroes that excel in doing spell damage, and instead focus on heroes who buff the unit or units that end up doing all the work, I chose the first option, as it is better for me and it makes my army both survive longer and the units that the hero buffs to perform a lot better. For example, we can take two Inferno heroes, Rashka and Xeron, both buff one unit in their specific faction, and that unit becomes pretty overpowered, but the hero itself does not do a lot of damage. If you take Sandro, a Necropolis hero, as another example, most of that hero's efficiency lies in his own spell damage and small buffs that the army receives. So there are a few playstyles you can focus here. These are just 3 heroes that were mentioned. Now, regarding whether you should spend your diamonds for artifacts, I personally stopped spending them when I have reached about the 400,000 mark, and instead started saving for SSR units. At the very start, you can easily get these upgrades and profit in terms of the PvP ranks, PvE events, and more. But the further you get into the game, the more materials it does need, and eventually the cost becomes too much for the amount of diamonds required. The artifacts I have now were just upgraded from the playtime here, of less than half a year of dailies and such. It of course depends how much you want to spend. If it's a very small amount or nothing, this is not a very good place to invest most of your currency. If you do in fact spend or plan to spend a huge amount, then this currently can be one of the better places for you. A few tips by the end. You can use your orange tiers mostly just for premium artifacts, such as the Dragon Father, and soon the Frost Sword will also be added into the shop. Unlocking premium artifacts gives you a lot of hero stats and unit bonuses, but they become less and less the further the PCs are upgraded. Making the premiums plus 2 gives close to 50% less bonuses than just unlocking it, but it adds troop attack or health stats. But since it is such a low level, they are only in a few hundreds, which does not mean much to you. Dragon sigils should be used in the purples first, then orange, then blue, and then green. The reason for that is your purples will be upgraded quicker than yellows, and they give higher bonuses. Orange has more bonuses, but since they're lower level, the bonuses are also lower. But these two, most of their pieces do have either health or attack percentages, which is why you want to focus them. Blue and green pieces, they will be high level, but they provide less bonuses, thus upgrading will yield a little less. It all depends what you require and what your formation requires, as does your build. If you're using Sandro, then you may need to balance both of these. These are just my thoughts and how I am building my formation. Thanks for watching and stay safe.